A prosecutor's job is to seek justice at all times. I'm a former prosecutor. Your job is justice. Justice is the truth. That's what you deal in as a prosecutor. The truth all the time. You don't waver, you don't waffle, you don't fudge it. The truth. That is your job. That is your ethical obligation. That's why I'm a little shocked by what I'm hearing now. I've got this affidavit in my hand right now. Just hit the wires. This is filed in the case involving Fani Willis, who's a prosecutor, whose obligation is to the truth. Now, you know what case she's involved in. She's involved in the case involving the former president. We're not talking about politics here. We're talking about your job as a prosecutor. And this affidavit could be really, really troublesome for this prosecutor. It's the affidavit of an investigator, a private investigator, a defense investigator named Charles Mittelstadt. Many, many years in the business, very well respected. I know him well. He's been on my show tons of times. I'm friends with him. This affidavit's been filed now. You'll recall when Fani testified, and I'm not talking about politics here. We're talking about testimony, sworn testimony in a courtroom by a DA, testifying about when this relationship started. This romantic relationship started with the special prosecutor that she appointed in the case. Now, the sworn testimony is that it doesn't start until after he is appointed. And this is crucial to the case, but I'm not getting into that. That's not what this is about. This is about a hearing where you are obligated to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And the testimony was clear from Fani Willis, a prosecutor, that the relationship did not start before the special prosecutor, Nathan Wade, was appointed. Okay, fine. I guess the two of them know whenever this whole thing started. That's their testimony under oath. This affidavit from Charles Mittelstadt, what he did is he analyzed phone records, particularly cell phone pings and records. And those of you who watch my show and watch trials on Court TV know all the time, these records are used to prosecute people for murder. This is reliable technology and information. Now, this is what he's alleging in his sworn affidavit. So Charles Mittelstadt, the defense investigator, has sworn that he's done these things. And he was using an analytics tool called CellHawk. And CellHawk is used as the gold standard, according to Charles Mittelstadt, by law enforcement. So he's using the same tools that law enforcement uses time and time again, case after case that we've watched, to prosecute criminals, murderers. So using this cell phone tool and technology, he was able to determine interactions between the special prosecutor and Fani Willis. These are communications before he becomes the special prosecutor. He says he has uncovered information revealing 2,000 voice calls and just under 12,000 interactions over an 11-month period in 2021. 2021, before he is appointed to the case. So what are they talking about in these 2,000 voice calls and 12,000 interactions? Is there a romantic relationship going on? Then he also looked at the phone towers and the pinging, and he found a minimum of 35 occasions when Mr. Wade's phone connected for an extended period of time to one of those towers in closest proximity to that residence of Fani Willis. Okay? He says and claims the data reveals that he is stationary and not in transit. So it's not like he's driving through the neighborhood or past the neighborhood, but that the phone is stationary. Then later on, it gets even more potentially incriminating into the nature of this relationship based upon the cell phone records. Again, all in a sworn affidavit, claiming that Mr. Wade's phone arrived within this area, pinging off the towers in the location near Fani Willis's residence at 10:45 p.m. and remained there until 3:28 a.m. There was another time where it arrived at approximately, he arrived back home at his residence at 4:05 a.m. and then sent a text at 4:20 a.m. There's more information in this affidavit, but this is the problem, okay? I don't care about your personal life, but apparently in this case, the personal life has intersected with the allegations being made in a courtroom. But I get back to my first premise. As a former prosecutor, the job of a prosecutor is to seek justice and be wrapped around the truth at all times. It's not about winning. It's about the truth. That's our ethical obligation as prosecutors. So if this affidavit is true, did she lie under oath? Did he lie under oath? The judge is going to have to figure that out. The judge is going to have to figure out if that means there's some sort of romantic relationship. Can you make the inference by the times and the amount of communications and the nature of these communications? I don't know. But from where I'm sitting right now, this is potentially devastating to the prosecutor. We'll see what happens. Don't forget to watch my show every night, 8 to 10, Closing Arguments on Court TV. It's always about the law, never about the politics.